Hi everybody! Now you are watching Tops for You. Before to start, I want to tell you that I'm not English, I'm Romanian. So let's get started. Today, I'm sure I will show you top 5 mysterious unsolved murders of all time. London's most notorious serial killer prowled the East End over a century ago, preying on prostitutes and terrorizing the area. He made his mark as Jack the Ripper by killing and mutilating at least 5 women. Threat grew as the dead bodies began to pile up near each other within a 3 month period in 1888. The neighborhood was horrified to a degree, bordering on panic when news broke of a second female victim. The Morning Post reported at the time the local newspaper called the killing barbarous and said the manner of the murder was too horrible for description. Local authorities at first wondered whether the suspect was a butcher or a doctor due to his signature and gory method of murder and his skill with a knife. The victim of the so-called witch Campbell murders: Mary Ann Nicholas, Annie Chapman, Elizabeth Stride, Catherine Edwards, and Mary Jane Kelly. All had their throats slashed, and most of them had their stomachs slit and organs ripped out before being dumped on the street, according to author Dave Yost, who explored the 5 deaths in his book Elizabeth Stride and Jack the Ripper. The FBI, which analyzed the case in 1988 at the behest of a movie production company, said each victim was known to be a heavy drinker and a prostitute. They were all target because they were readily accessible and were swiftly in the early morning hours. Even with all eyes on the case, police were not able to put a face to the killer. The FBI said local investigations were stymied because forensic technology and other advanced means of truly investigating homicide were not exist at the time. The National Archives obtained later exchanged between different law enforcement bosses in 1888 that depict overwhelmed police departments. Charles Warren, who was the chief commissioner of the Metropolitan Police at the time, asked for help from the City of London Police. We are inundated with suggestions and names of suspects, Warren wrote. Countless historians and criminologists, both amateur and professional, have speculated on the killer's identity, but it appears Jack the Ripper took his secret to the grave. The Zodiac Killer was no ordinary murderer. Rather than avoiding the spotlight, he craved media attention, and he seemed to enjoy taunting police with cryptic notes and clues as he left a trail of death behind him. The Zodiac Killer murdered 5 people, seemingly at random in Northern California in 1968 and 1969. He claimed in letters to police that there were dozens more victims, although that was never confirmed. His deadly rampage began in December 1868 when 2 teenagers were shot to death in a parking lot. About 7 months later, another 2 people were shot in a parked car. Although one survived, that's when local newspapers started getting letters from someone anonymously claimed to be. The newspaper said the letters contained coded messages exploiting the killer's motive as well as a key to help readers decipher his identity. This is the Zodiac speaking. He wrote in an August letter. I like killing people because it is so much fun, he added, according to FBI records. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous animal of all. Authorities did not crack the code revealing his name, and the Zodiac killer went on the stab two more people in late September. One of the victims survived, and the other died. About 2 weeks later, the killer struck again. Fatality, shooting
according to the
99-year-old
Days later,
taxi. The Zodiac mailed a piece of his latest victim's bloody shirt to the Chronicle newspaper. To this day, no suspects have been confirmed in the case. The San Francisco Police Department said the investigation is ongoing. The site stopped at mother and her child in their truck. A naked woman was lying feet from the sidewalk. She was lying cleanly in half at the waist, with not one drop of blood on her. The now infamous slaying of 22-year-old Elizabeth Short instantly captured headlines in 1947, with newspaper later dubbing her the Black Dahlia in part because she had dark hair and an important preference for black counting. Short, a Massachusetts native who had come to California in pursuit of fame, was bled dry before being dumped in an empty lot in a residential area of Los Angeles, authorities said. Her body appeared professionally dissected and one breast was cut off according to FBI records. It's unclear how the aspiring actor met such grisly fate. Several dozens of people have claimed credit for the high-profile crime. The FBI, which helped local authorities investigate at the time, said it ran record checks on potential suspects and conducted interviews across the nation. However, none of the confessors appeared to be telling the truth, and the case has gone unsolved. The murder became the subject of 1987 novel, followed by 2006 movie starring Josh Hartnett, Hilary Swank, Aaron Eckhart, and Mia Kirchner. The Los Angeles Police Department told Time recently that it is still investigating the cold case, although it did not provide any details. It's an unsolved case. LAPD officer Norma Haseman said there is no additional information per the detectives. Guys, this is all for today. I'm sorry that I have not 5 murders like I said for the first time, but the video will be too long. If you like me, you can press the like button and the subscribe button, the share button too. We will see the next week, and this is it. Bye.